Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So it's been nearly a full month since the whole Bridget controversy arose after new dialogue from Guilty Gear Strive's arcade mode was released. And if you want more details, you can check out my previous video in the description, but to make a long story short, for nearly 2 decades of this franchise's games and lore, the character Bridget was portrayed as a male twin forced to identify as female by their parents due to superstitions of their village. And based on older installments of the franchise, as well as different dialogue from Strive's arcade mode, Bridget has routinely clarified that they are a boy despite their feminine appearance. However, from that same Strive arcade mode, later routes lead to dialogue where Bridget states that they are a girl and okay with nicknames like Cowgirl. This led to a massive amount of debate among mostly Western audiences, torn as to whether Bridget is still a boy or now trans based on parts of the arcade mode's dialogue. Regardless of where you stand on this, I think we can all agree that people representing the extreme ends of this debate have been pretty obnoxious and will grasp at anything to prove their side. I mean, we had thousands of people believing that fan art from 10 years ago was official confirmation that Bridget has been trans all along. And after nearly a month, for better or for worse, this debate had started to die down until yesterday where interest once again exploded with several tweets like the one you're looking at now, citing a thread from 4chan, there's your first red flag. A Japanese user claimed that they got a reply from the Arc System Works support team confirming that Bridget is not trans and is in fact an otaku nako, which I pronounced that horribly to begin with, but that doesn't really add up since the email also states that in the related arcade mode dialogue, Bridget was supposed to be accepting her feminine side as a part of her true self and is no longer conflicted about being called a girl. So besides the ironic use of the pronoun she to refer to Bridget in the email, I'm also pretty sure that a femboy type character would not want to be called a girl, and accepting being called a girl kind of undermines their identity as a boy. But regardless of these issues relating to the email's authenticity, people jumped all over this as proof that the developers did not intend for Bridget to be trans. And perhaps unsurprisingly, earlier today both the English and Japanese accounts for Arc System Works confirmed that the emails were the product of impersonation and that their team will not individually answer questions relating to content that is not published in-game or on their website. And while I think there still exists the possibility, albeit small, that the initial email may have been real and the product of an employee speaking on matters they weren't supposed to, I think all of that is rendered moot by these official statements on Twitter. And as embarrassing as it is to see people still citing the email like it's the Bible to prove that Bridget isn't trans, it's even more embarrassing to see the unhinged behavior of people pointing out that the email has been discredited by the game's staff. And now a lot of people are wondering, why hasn't Arc System Works come out and confirmed Bridget's identity to put an end to all of this? Well, for one, I don't think official sources will make a difference since people will just ignore it if it doesn't support their view, just like people are doing with the official sources from the games themselves. But I'm also of the belief that Arc System Works doesn't want to confirm things one way or another because it helps them sell more copies by pandering to those who are claiming that Bridget is trans, and it keeps the game relevant through continuing conversations about Bridget's gender. Like I stated in my previous video, I think this entire situation is the product of bad writing. Not bad writing because of the potential existence of a trans character, bad writing because they retconned a character's well-known identity through a few lines of the latest game's arcade mode. The same arcade mode that reiterated multiple times beforehand that Bridget identifies as a boy. This sloppy writing opened up this debate about Bridget's identity, and while that's their mistake, that doesn't justify picking and choosing what to believe, no matter how shaky its proof is, based on what makes your side right. Today is another cautionary tale about that. But that's going to do it for this video. Please let me know your thoughts about all of this in the comment section down below. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.